insurance supplementation. And what happens is we're going to talk basically about the flow of what happens from a hailstorm. We'll call this part one, right? So what happens is we have a storm, right? So let's say the storm happens. So a hailstorm, right? A hailstorm just happened. So let's imagine the hailstorm happened recently. There was a hailstorm that just took place in Colorado Springs. So this is going to be Colorado Springs. And it took place on the date of loss is going to be 6/12. It's going to be 2018. Okay, this is the event. And this is the DOL, or date of loss. Now this is the date that actually the event happened. Mother Nature came, gave us big hail. They had 2 to 3 inch hail. And about 20,000 homes were affected by the hail. So what happened is when this happens, as a homeowner, now there's a couple entities here, so let's talk about as a homeowner. What's going to happen about the day after is you're going to start seeing things happen in the Craigslist, right? And they're going to say, free inspection. For those homeowners that want to look through Craigslist or Facebook. This could also be Facebook, right? So what's going to happen is the goal is to get you to call, right? Second of all, what's going to happen is you're going to get the knock. Now what happens is a lot of times there's these stormers and they come from all over the place, from Texas, they come from Oklahoma, from Kansas, all kinds of places. So what happens is all these guys show up and they start knocking on your doors. Well, a good percentage of them actually don't work for somebody. So what happens is they go work for a company. And let's call this company Premier Roofing. So these guys hire, let's say, this is a fictitious company. Let's imagine they don't even exist. So what happens is Premier Roofing hires these guys and they get probably about a 10% commission on income they bring in. Well, why is 10% important? That's important because when your claim comes in, what happens is they're going to get 10% of every check you bring in. So your event happened, hailstorm, Colorado Springs, date of loss, 6/12/2018, 2 to 3 inch hail, 20,000 homes affected. They said 40,000 cars. But we're not talking about cars, we're talking about property damage right now. So what's going to happen is Craigslist, you may want to call them. They're going to get a knock on the door. The other thing that's going to happen is you'll see other people, you're going to see other people actually getting their houses done, house re-roof, right? And in your neighborhood, depending on where it happened, it could be mayhem. So you could be seeing, every third house getting a roof. Like here's a house here, here's a house here, here's a house here. This one's getting a roof. What's happening is this guy is taking a look, walking down the street, seeing what's going on here. This guy's taking a look, this guy's taking a look, saying, hey, how come that guy gets a re-roof and we don't? Well, that's what's going to probably make you want to call. So what happened is he called, or maybe if you have a good company like State Farm Insurance, we found them to be the best to work with as far as claims. So what's going to happen is State Farm probably called their customers in this area or got an email said, hey, give us a call to evaluate your hail. So now, needless to say, this guy got a check. So what happened is, the adjuster came and did an inspection. Now the adjuster can be one of 3 people. They can be the carrier, which is the insurance company. So that's an employee of the company. The other can be an independent, right? So what's going to happen is that independent is going to be working for State Farm. They're a W-9. They're a contract employee, kind of so to speak. So what's going to happen is they're hoping to get a whole bunch of business from this guy. So if they make this company happy, let's say it's AAA or Auto Owners or something like that, and they're like, hey, if you do good with your claims, we're going to bring you down on the lot. Pretty soon these guys will be doing like 10 to 13 claims a day. I mean, that's a grueling workload to have to do. So what happens is, the third is you have a public adjuster. Now, a public adjuster is the one that costs you money, but they're actually going to make you money. So what's going to happen is they work for you. So one of these three is going to do an adjustment on your house. So what's going to happen is, needless to say, let's say the insurance company has got to agree to the loss. So if they agree to the loss, they're going to write a claim. And that means you're going to get a claim number, you're going to get a summary of what it's all about, and you're going to get a check. And this check normally is called the ACV check, or actual cash value. So, just to recap where we're at. Big hailstorm comes. You got a data loss of 6/12. 2 to 3 inch hail, you're a homeowner. You're trying to think, do I call? Do I have damage? So maybe you call Craigslist, or you can look in Craigslist or Facebook and you call somebody. And these guys may come and knock on your door, right? Or maybe somebody's already getting their house re-roofed and you might want to do something. But these guys are probably going to be from here, here, here. Most are not local. So what happens is they knock on your door, they tell you they're going to do a free inspection, and you're going to end up, no matter what, you're going to probably get an adjuster visit. Because the adjuster are going to be the people who will actually write the check to you. So one of these, the carrier adjuster comes out, the independent adjuster comes out, or maybe you want your own public adjuster. Let's say a public adjuster costs you 10 to 12%. Well, you're probably thinking right now, I would never do this, because that means I still have a full roof to pay for on top of these people. Not true, because your margin up here may be 40%. So the good news is, if you bid this out, just an option, if you're gregarious and you feel like you can do this, then you may want to bid it out. You know, get your three bids, call your contractor. I'm going to have a YouTube segment on how to do a bid and write a scope. So please hang on to that thought. Okay, so what's going to happen is this guy is going to be liable for the company. This guy is going to be working for the company, and this guy is going to be working for you. So your goal is to get the company to agree to a loss. If they agree to the loss, you're going to get a claim number, you're going to get a claim summary, you're going to get an ACV check, and you'll probably have some depreciation, and you're probably also going to have an RCV. So we'll talk about that on our next video. So stay tuned, and I'll see you then.